2K Sports. It's the Orlando Magic taking on the Atlanta Hawks. And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for Orlando, Payton and Oladipo, the explosive backcourt pair. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post, and it's Fournier in at the 3 spot. Oladipo, the pass to Gordon. It's good from long range. Gordon's got his first 3 points of the game.
Always nice to get the first lead of the game.
Yeah, I agree with you there because to me it's just much more comforting to...
I've got a what? A what?
An elevator.
Yes, I do.
I'm going to the office to have to go on.
Okay.
He wants to ride your elevator.
Right. I got that.
You're going up, and that's his office.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Mom, there's lots of fun stuff at Daddy's work.
At Peppa Pig? At Daddy Pig's work?
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tip-off coming up shortly from Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors will be going up against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Hey, the way the Warriors were able to outperform the rest of the NBA last year, they put up huge numbers, win 67 games. How much extra pressure does that put on them this year, Shaq?
It'll be hard for anyone to expect them to win that many games again. I'll be surprised if they do it. Success in the postseason and deep playoff runs are probably reasonable to expect.
We've got basketball at Oracle Arena, the home of the Warriors in Oakland, California. Live on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. A look at the Magic starting group. Payton and Oladipo, the explosive backcourt pair. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post, and it's Fournier in at the 3 slot.
Always nice to get the first lead of the game.
Yeah, I agree with you there because to me it's just much more comforting to play from the front than to be battling from behind.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Now Oladipo, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. And Oladipo, here we go. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Thompson with it. Now Payton defending. Thompson dishes to Green. The screen from Thompson. And Green gets it to go.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now, here's Oladipo. Here's Vucevic. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Excellent work to turn that miss into 2 points on the tap in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them.
Yeah, how great are his ball instincts there? Just having a knack, really the instincts to just get after it on the backdoor.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged play.
And in last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
And getting back to Bogut, people forget he's a pretty good athlete. The reason he was drafted #1 overall way back when was because of his insane combination of size and movement skills. That's why he remains one of the excellent shot blockers in the league today.
Here's Curry with the 3. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Dishes it to Oladipo. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And when you talk about Bogut, I think the Warriors' incredible regular season inspired him. He didn't have to be the star. He just had to anchor that deep. Sometimes when you give a guy a specific task to be the best at, that's what he delivers the most.
And here is Payton after the 3-pointer from Stephen Curry. Now here's Payton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oladipo misses. Warriors have gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. It's Thompson off the drive, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Orlando trailing here. Oladipo with the ball, and Vucevic kicks to Fournier, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there, and a lot more than they used to.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Down low. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Spates checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Orlando also making some changes. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Nicholson comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Jennings in for Elfrid Payton. And that's going to be a travel. Some changes for Golden State. Ezeli's checked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. The Magic also changing it up. Hezonja, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And Marbles subbed in for Victor Oladipo.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Here's Livingston. Orlando grabs the miss. Here's Hezonja. Feeds to Nicholson. Jennings kicks to Smith. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Now here's Jennings. Here's Hezonja. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Well, Clark, you follow international basketball so much, and Mauro Hezonja isn't a new name to you.
No, it's not, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing him do things in the NBA. Only played sparingly up until now, but the talent and skills he possesses, they get your attention.
Well, Hezonja has been playing as a pro since his 14th birthday.
Yeah, it happens that way in Europe.
Here's Marble. Screen by Smith. Jacks up a three. That's good from Jennings on the assist by Nicholson. Jennings has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Warriors trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Miami Heat as they go up against the Utah Jazz. Well, for Utah,
it's the NBA.
Oh my God. I think something passed me on the key. I guess maybe my hand slipped or something because I don't know. Let's try this again. Miami Heat against the Atlanta Hawks.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay.
greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Atlanta Hawks. Looking at the Hawks, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that.
Come here.
And tonight will feature a high-level front-court matchup. Tough, physical play. Shaq, how did you go about establishing dominance against the best of your peers?
Well, you got to realize that nothing's going to be given to you. You got to earn it. I used to be really dirty, Ernie. Talk about their mama, talk about their sister, talk about their coaches.
What if they didn't have
a
sister?
You did not.
What if they didn't have a sister?
Come on.
Listen, I did research.
Okay.
Starting at small forward, standing 6'5", number 24, Kent Bazemore. At guard, 6'7" from Creighton, number 26, Kyle Korver.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Utah Jazz come in for this one. We're at the Phillips Arena. The Atlanta Hawks plan to take advantage of home court. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Jazz, Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Hood out there with Shelvin Mack, and it's Hayward in at the small forward position. And so Paul Millsap nails both of them. And he isn't the biggest body at 6'8", Clark, but Paul Millsap, very effective.
And part of his being underrated and underestimated, I think, is due to that size. But folks are finally starting to come around. That kind of production he's put up will make that happen.
Now here's Millsap. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Utah with the ball. Mack the pass to Gobert. And Mack kicks to Hayward. Gobert the screen, and the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Here's Hood. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
That's an efficient start for them offensively, working it inside for the easy 2 points.
And Clark, that's what you like to duplicate time and time again for the rest of the game.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Now here's Korver. There's the triple. Gobert pulls it in.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Favors against Horford. The feed to Hayward. And it's off from three-point range. On defense, Utah. Here's Bazemore. Buries it down low. Bazemore's got his first 2 points.
Boy, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
Here's Mack. Hayward, right side. Good.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And the officials call it traveling violation.
Now is that traveling? That is not traveling. Oh my gosh. Making a song on traveling, because it wasn't traveling. Oh my gosh.
Here's Mack. He feeds it to Favors. Hayward dishes to Gobert. Hayward goes in. That puts them in the lead. It was pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved coach of the year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you could put in there. But what he's done taking the Hawks to the top of the East, few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years, has a wonderful team game. And, you know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio. Yes. But he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
Here's Bazemore. Outside for Korver. Pulls it up. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game. Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Mack kicks to Favors. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Clark down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Hawks making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in. And Utah also making a switch. Exum, he's checked in for Shelvin Mack. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Quinn Snyder. Doris, what do you have to say?
He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin, we'll see if they have what it takes.
Thank you, Doris. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. Atlanta making some changes. Splitter is checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. Hardaway is subbed in for Jeff Teague. The Jazz also changing it up. Lyles checked in for Gobert. And it's Burton for Rodney Hood. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Now, here's Burks. Here's Favors. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket, on time and on target.
You look back last year, and the Hawks were incredible at home last season. Not a bad way to help unveil that beautiful statue of Dominique Wilkins in front of the stadium.
Yeah, I mean, and so much went right for the Hawks. And adding that statue up, Neek, was the cherry on top. Very classy move from that organization.
Now, here's Exum. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Hardaway kicks to Cephalosha. Knocked away. And stolen by Hayward. The pass to Lyles. Lots of room. And the jumper falls for him. Lyles got his first points in this one.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark last year, a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah,
that is a foul.
Max contracts work nowadays. Even the upper mid-tier guys are getting it. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
Exum passes to Ingles. Nice ball movement by Utah. Feeds it to Booker. Here's the screen. Here's Burks. And it's Exum in the corner. The shot is off. So Atlanta will take it the other way.
And when you get back to Hayward, last year his points per game were way up. But really impressive, his shooting percentages were way up. That's a big step forward, I believe, in his development.
Shot's good by Lyles. Lyles got his second basket of the game.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Now Exum still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
you
showing him off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Utah.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Well, that was inappropriate. You can see the... They act weird on
Utah leading. Teague and Korver are the guards. Chris Humphries is out there with Horford, and it's Bazemore at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Passes it to Hayward. 6 to shoot. High post try. Rebounded by Korver.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Bazemore lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Bazemore's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Hawks. Utah shooting 47%, pretty solid. Utah Jazz, one of the biggest year-to-year improvements in the league last season. The big part of that, of course, was their play on the road.
And, you know, Kevin, they nearly doubled their road wins from last season by getting 17 away from home. And I thought they progressively got better as the season wore on.
The dish to Booker. Kicks to Hood. Hayward on the wing. Gobert the screen. Hayward goes in. Nato, Teague covering. Good.
Get away.
And the Jazz lead by 1.
And for the Jazz on the road, they look to be a team built around defense now moving forward. That should bode well for their prospects as a tough matchup as a visitor.
It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
So close.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
As you said with the Jazz, I mean, defense travels very well in the NBA. Teams that find ways to grind out road wins do it with really solid defense. Jazz fans have a lot to look forward to with this group.
The Jazz making a switch here. Favors is checked in. So it's Atlanta now. It's stolen. And they're moving it up. Nato. And it's sent back by Horford. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
Eat that back. It smells like poop out there.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. To the inside. Here's Hood. Can't hit. Korver with the defensive effort. Atlanta shooting it as well as you're going to see. 67%. And Bazemore kicks the tee. Pass to Horford. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Paul Millsap's checked in for Chris Humphrey. And Utah also making a switch. Max checked in.
I'm going to steal my food. I'm going to put it right here because you're being a poop head.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Jazz.
The Jazz have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford
Can you
was
take my
able to
plate?
hit some of his own milestones.
Can you take my
had his
plate?
first career triple-double last season.
Here's Korver for 3. Can't get it to go.
Harley's
So
being
Utah will
pooped.
take it the other way. Dishes to Hood. All alone. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
And Matt kicks to Favors. Favors with the screen. Gobert dishes to Hayward. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
You know, there are those who's wondered if Gordon Hayward can lead a team to the promised land. However, as just a sophomore, he led a non-powerhouse college to a championship game. So, in fact, they were just one basket away from winning it all.
Going back to Hayward, he took that buzzer-beating half-court shot punt that would have won his school the championship. You actually called that game, and it did hit the backboard and rim, but unfortunately did not go in.
Well, Hayward's the kind of guy who's willing to put his team on his back and try to carry him. He's willing to take that responsibility on. Whether he can deliver at the highest level, time will tell.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Splitters checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for T. And Mack kicks to Favors. Mack the pass to Lyles.
And what?
They set the pick. Here's Mack. He's guarded by Schroeder. 5 on the clock. Here's Favors. And Derek Favors picks up the foul.
What's a loose ball
of the game.
foul?
Mike Scott's checked in for the Hawks. Joe
What's a
Ingles is
loose
checked
ball
in for the
foul?
Jazz. Burks comes in for Mack. The Hawks trail it. And here's Korver from the arc. Comes up empty here. That puts him at 3 for 6. Exum with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Burks can't get it to go.
Well, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Utah's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. He dishes it to Exum. Favors with the screen. Exum passes to Favors. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Favors has got the lead up to 4 now for the Jazz. Here's Korver for 3. The Hawks again can't hit. The Jazz have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Exum dishes to Ingles. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 5 assists in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top. You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Burks can't get it to go. They play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Look at his contract, and Kyle Korver is a steal card at 4 years and $24 million.
Yeah, but he's a guy not only who can shoot it, clearly, but a good team defender as well. I think he's a really solid, complete player and a pro's pro in terms of the locker room.
Yeah, seems when he's on the floor, the Hawks a different team offensively.
No question.
Chris Humphries has checked in for Scott. And Utah also making a switch. Booker, he's checked in for Derek Favors. Lyles passes to Burks. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look. And so it's a close.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to and that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Nice game. Great performance by Kyle Korver.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. The forwards are Hayward and Favors. Shelvin Mack is out there with Hood, and it's Gobert in at center. You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. It seems like he's been around forever. That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Here's Mack. T covering. Mack, good. And the Jazz lead by 9.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the